Hey guys, welcome to Advancing Security, your source for security guard pro tips. Today we're going to be talking about knives and the security guard. So knives, it's important. It should be part of the everyday carry or EDC of a security guard, regardless of what your company says, regardless of what your client says. Most of the time, nobody has an issue with it. They have an issue with the guard carrying it. How are you going to trust somebody that brings this into a mall? How are you going to trust somebody that brings this into a hotel as hotel security? Where would you use this type of Rambo camping knife? Camping. Even if your state law allows you to carry this in the open, does this give the right kind of vibe carrying this in a hotel, 5-star hotel? There's many different type of knives, many different type of tools you can use for defense. Flashlight, definitely have one for self-defense. A knife is another tool you should have. You should always carry pepper spray as well. And I always encourage people to get a vest. Get a vest, man. Things are different now, man. Especially because of Rona, everything has amplified. And I don't think we're gonna go back into terms of safety. I'm just reading statistics and I'm reading information. I think this is a new normal, and every guard should be equipped in a way where they don't look threatening. At least this is my style. I don't like looking threatening, but I don't want to show off that I am carrying something or that I can do something. Because if I have to enforce and show you my authority and show you my hands and show you my skills, I already lost. I feel I lost. So that has to be the last resort. When you have a guard carrying this type of knife on their duty belt, you already lost, man. In my book, all right? There's many different type of knives and there's many different type of laws with knives. This is a knife. This is a folded knife, right? And this is under 4 inches. This is about 3.5 inches. And New York says it's okay. But because of this piece of metal right here, it says it's not a legal knife to carry, right? On the streets. Now, so what makes this an illegal knife in the state of New York is it has an assist. This little bar here assists the knife in deploying. Now, if it didn't have that, this knife will be okay to carry in your pocket, obviously, and not showing it off to the world. You can use this as a work knife. And the funny thing is about that piece of metal right here, it's actually part of the guard. This is a CRKT squid, and this is actually my everyday carry. I use this most of the time when I'm on duty, and it's a little bitty knife. And here's the way I preach it to people. As a self-defense instructor, I tell them, look, the only time I'm going to bring this out as a defense tool is if I'm outnumbered or I'm in a dire grappling match. Let's say also the other person has some kind of melee weapon. Now, that escalates the violence level, right? And reaction to it. This is about 2 inches. 2 inches is a lot. It's a lot in penetration. Insert whatever joke you want. If I'm in a grappling match and I just aim for something like here, right there, boom, it's going to go in. People say, oh, that's too small for a defense tool. I just tell you, move to the side. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know my training. You don't know my tactics. You don't know what is my mindset with this type of knife. I don't like having threatening tools on me. I just don't. When I do black suit security and I'm hanging around, I'm supervising the rich folks. This is the type of knife I carry on my suit. I put it in my front pocket for quicker deployment, and 9 times out of 10, people would think this is just a pocket pen. That's all it is, right? Story time. I was rocking this in one of my jobs when I was working agency as an agency guard, and our in-house guard who used to work with our agency, after 2 months noticed it, and he was saying, you can't carry that here. You could get in trouble. You could get us in trouble. And I told him, with all due respect, if you have any issues, email my supervisor and put me on the thread, please. Your company policy does not match my company's policy. We have different standards. We have different handbooks, employee handbooks. And I also told him, state law says I can carry this, and I'm not fidgeting with it. I'm not playing around with it. So again, if you have any issues, I encourage you to contact my supervisor. He didn't do it, and I kept wearing it. I just took it away from my front pocket to put it inside my pocket, and that's it. The most funny thing is that even his director of security saw me with it and he said nothing. This guy's an ex-Marine. Like everybody else that that was in the job, they just didn't care. But for whatever reason, he thought I was gonna be an idiot with it, and I was gonna be like, "Look at my knife," and that's what they want to discourage. So the whole thing about the knife, you want to treat it like a CCW. You want to treat it like a concealed carry weapon, right? Respect it, know the laws, don't play with it. Have your trigger discipline, I guess you can call it, with your knife. It's just it is what it is. At the end of the day, your client doesn't like it, your boss doesn't like it. They don't have to know about it. Keep it in your pocket. It's a pocket knife. Trust me, you're gonna want it if you needed it. But if you needed it and you didn't have it, you're like, oh, I wish I listened to that security guard guy on YouTube. Make sure you carry your defense tools and you train with them. Things are hot right now, and things are never going to go back to being the same. To be honest, things have always been hot for security. It's always been hot. All right, guys. It's just that it has not been reported. There are now people reporting the work deaths of security guards and separating them from law enforcement. There's a lot of statistics out there of things that are happening and deaths doing work that a lot of us security guards don't know about. When you look up deaths of retail employees, you have to put security guards in there. Keep that in mind. And for about 6 years straight, retail security had more deaths than law enforcement. Being security is a real job. You have to respect it. And if you're ignorant about it, your company is going to be ignorant about it. Be advised, you need to keep up your training, you need to read, and you need to keep yourself a paper trail, like emails of things that's going on, all right, with your company. So that's it and that's that, guys. I hope you got something out of this video. If you enjoyed it, please press like. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed it, just saying gracias. I will appreciate it as it helps the algorithm. And press subscribe if you haven't yet to join this Advancing Security Guard team. And take care of yourself, love yourself, wear your PPE, clean your workstation, and love yourself. Eso es todo. Los quiero mucho. Chao.